Hello and welcome to another video.
Yep, we're in the PP cars this time at Suzuka.
Yeah, in wherever that is. Caribbean.
It's
right.
Not in the Caribbean, of course it's not.
So we are in, is it Group 3? So?
It's in the PP cars and it is a soaking wet track.
Oh dearie dear.
This should be a good one.
Neil Spitfire on pole, Neil Black Sheep in second,
so
and Matty third.
2 nils on the front as it's all, look at the spray that's being kicked up. That looks absolutely wonderful.
Yes.
As we're all going piling into the first
now,
one. It's bound to be an off. Someone's bound to have an off.
You've got to tiptoe around here, haven't you, until you find your grip, form your tyres. All looks
going
quite
very
clean.
Slowly around here. Yep. Everyone's made it, except for that's Robbie, isn't it?
That's one of the Aston Martins. One of the Aston Martins.
Yeah. Very nearly an unsafe re-entry as well. Then.
Let's have a quick look. I don't think anyone hit it.
No, I think he's just lost it all on his own, but we'll see. Brian had a look at the inside, but thought better of it. And yes.
Have to say then, hats off to everybody. No safety car so far, and everybody keeping it clean.
And Robbie got away with that one. He's got no damage.
No damage, and everybody keeping it clean in a wet race.
Right, that's dropped him all the way down to 8th position now, and yeah, it's an absolutely soaking wet track.
But it's a very short track, this one, isn't it?
Yes. It's not the full course, it's Suzuka East, so it's basically goes through when you're approaching the danger turns, it then suddenly turns sharp right.
Yes. So
right again, and then you're back on the start-finish straight.
So London Eye there we've just passed.
It's not the London Eye in Japan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so yes, Neil Spitfire first, Neil Black Sheep second, Matty third. I nearly called him Neil Matty. Jag in fourth.
So
riding on board with Brian.
We were on board with Brian and the in-car view.
Bit of a twitch.
Yeah, bit of a twitch. But again, everybody did very well to keep these cars on.
Yep. Brian on intermediate tyres.
This gauge here on the bottom left.
That gauge on the left next to the EGM logo is showing you basically how much grip you've got. When it's dipping into that final third, that's basically telling you it's a full wet track and you hardly got to do it like that.
Ah, okay, so we should be on full wet. Really.
It should be, so it's great for those people who are on intermediates, they're hanging on quite well.
And there's quite a few on intermediates.
Saying that, there was a recent update in the game where the physics were adjusted, and one of the side effects of that is that you can run intermediate tyres on a full wet track.
Yes.
Which is a shame, but it is what it is until they fix that in a future update. As we see, is that Matty lining up Neil? Neil's having a bit of a shocker. He's not tearing off into the distance like he did at the last race.
No,
Matty's got him.
Matty's done it.
Matty has got him.
And there's definitely a problem with Matty's DJ Motorsport logo there on the
on the back of the car. It's squished, and on the front it's squished.
It's literally unreadable, isn't it? I think we're going to have to start issuing fines for this. Yeah. Anyway,
start clamping down a bit heavily on people running incorrect race numbers. Robbie.
Neil Spitfire, they are doing very well in the Aston Martin.
Sorry, I just did Robbie an injustice there. I don't know what race number he's running or what his race number is. Yeah, Neil Spitfire is doing very well.
It looks to me though as though that rain's easing up. It's still raining, but it doesn't seem as hard.
The grip meter doesn't. You know, he's saying that the track is still completely wet. You're right though, when you stop raining.
Definitely.
This could be interesting. On lap 3, it's going to start easing up, I think.
So it's only a minute a lap.
Yeah. And so we now come on to the thing of when do you pit? If the track is going to start drying up,
do you chance slicks? I don't know.
You've got to time your pit stops correct. If you don't, if you pit too early, you're going out again on. If you go out on slicks and you pit it too early, you're going to be spinning. So if you put on intermediates, you've then got to stop again to put on the slicks if the track continues to dry out, at which point you're almost a pit stop behind. So you now have to really sort of think on your feet, as it were, and judge the conditions to perfection.
Yes.
We already see on that grip meter that I was talking about, we're now into intermediate territory.
Yeah, it's getting that way.
Those people who started on the intermediates are now going to be having a field day, and those people who started on the wets...
It looks like 6th place there, the old Nissan. He's having a right old go at the Chevrolet there. He's all over it.
Yeah, Brian is on intermediates. I think that Jack is on the full wets, and the conditions now are basically intermediate weather.
But I think Jag won't put up a fight.
Soft.
I think he'll know that. Just let him go.
Don't know really. I think that
there you go.
Nissan's just got too much speed over the Corvette. And
I think he's just let him go there.
Be on the right tyres at the right time.
Yeah. And I think I think Jag just let him go there. But
there is the beginnings of a dry line appearing. Definitely, it's not raining anymore, and although the spray's still being kicked up, it is drying out. So that's going to be interesting. Of course, fuel. What's going to happen with fuel?
Well, that's another issue, isn't it?
Have they got enough fuel to...
In the Audi, new driver, did very well. Yeah. 4th place in the Audi.
And setting a purple sector there, I've noticed at the moment as well. So
and Matty's got the fastest lap, just about with a 59.999.
So nearly a minute.
Nearly a minute.
A 1,000th of a second
I think
being a minute. As Matty's just slaughtered that with 58.6.
I think Jag did a 49, and now it's 57.
Well, it's done 57, but yeah. The time's coming down that quickly, the track is drying out.
Yeah, and I think you'll find that Jag did a 49 or something later on. Whether it registered or not, I don't know. But
I probably doubt that. Jag always has a habit of saying that he's...
but it looks like the Audi's having a go at Neil now. Neil's having a right shocker in that Mercedes now, is it? The Mercedes isn't good in the wet.
Or is he just on the wrong tyres? Has he burnt them out?
I don't know. It's unlike Neil to do that.
The problem is, the grip is now down. We're almost into dry weather territory. Oh, look at the state of those tyres.
7, and Neil Spitfire's coming in. He was on full wets. Interesting.
Left front is dead.
Neil's in, or other Neil's in on full wets, and Matty and Spider-Man were both on intermediates.
And Pants takes the lead.
And who else has pitted? It looks like there's a big dive for the pits. Yeah. Robbie's pitted on intermediates.
Yeah. Pants has stayed out.
So
Jag has stayed out.
Jag has stayed out. Yes.
Looks like Honest John has stayed out.
There's Honest John. There's Honest John. Is he pitted?
He stayed out. And he's just jumped up to 3rd position by staying out, so that's a good show. And his tyres aren't completely dead yet either.
McRae stayed out as well, so those top 4 haven't pitted. Now I notice some of these are going back onto intermediate tyres.
Oh, that's going to be a bad move. That grip meter is now in just about slick territory. Intermediates now is the wrong tyre to be on.
It's definitely not raining now.
Yeah.
But you can still see a bit of spray when they go offline.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. You put slicks on, you have got to.
You can see the dry line on the track.
But you put a wheel on the damp stuff, and you are going off.
But there's some spray coming off John's car. Right?
Yeah.
Right. So who's this? So Pants is now pitting.
Pants is pitting. Jag is pitting. Honest John has got to be pitting. We're all on the wet tyres, and it's now the wrong tyre to be on. Yes,
John's pitting as well. So it'll be interesting to see what these top 3 change to.
I think they should be putting the slicks on.
Is it
Look at that top. In certain parts of the track, it is bone dry. You've got to put slicks on. I mean, it's a risk, don't get me wrong. You make a mistake going into a corner, you put wheels on the damp stuff, you are just going off straight to the scene of the accident, as Martin Brundle would always say.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So I think they did come on to slicks then, they did.
And Pants has gone on to intermediates.
Yeah.
We went from wets onto intermediates, right, so, yeah.
Now what's Jag and Honest John on that? Jag is on
hards. Jag is on hards. Jag has gone to slicks.
In 7th place though, and John down there in 8th
John,
place.
I reckon, has probably gone on to hards as well.
I don't know what he went on to, he might have done.
I'd imagine so. But
there's John.
Yeah, John's on hards. Yeah, he did go to slicks.
Got your praise on hard, so he's done it right as well.
Yeah.
Matty there.
Matty's on hard, but he's killed them.
Yeah, so we've skipped on a bit, so he's going to have to pit.
No,
They're actually gone.
He's absolutely killed.
Now, is that because he went in too early then or something?
I don't know. I honestly don't know what he's done. It's only the left front that he's killed. All the rest of the tyres
so
okay.
He's gone to pit again.
Yeah.
How's everybody else doing? So where are we? Lap 14. So Jag's up to 4th now.
Everyone will be on slicks now.
Spider-Man, Brian, they're right on his arse yet again. Which seems to be the thing in this race. That Nissan's been chasing Chevrolet 3 times
I think
now.
the Nissan's got a fair amount of power on it.
But he's always behind, going past somehow.
Is that the widest Chevrolet we've ever seen? I don't know. There's a twitch there.
He's going wide, he's gone wide.
And you don't want to do that on the wet. No. That's what happens.
But he done well there not to hit Barrett. Look at that.
No damage.
So we've skipped onto lap 19.
Yeah, and what's happening here? Hang on, we've got Neil Black Sheep, he must have run out of fuel.
It's a very
and look at
Jag's,
look at Jag's fuel, it's flashing.
It's flashing, yeah.
Neil must have run out of fuel because he looked like he had just absolutely no pace whatsoever.
I think that's possible. So we have Jag that ultimately won it, Neil and Mercedes second, and a Nissan in third, and a BMW there in fourth.
Yeah, only one BMW this week, I noticed.
Yes, so we were short. So,
so
that's that.
John would have played the Jokers, I think, with Richard wasn't there.
Yes. So next week we're at Sardinia Road B.
Oh, I've got no idea where that is.
In a group, you don't know where Sardinia is? Well,
No,
it's group 4, and that's where we're coming to you from Africa.
I doubt it's in Africa.